So I heard that these plates scratch really easily, like Red Angel plates scratch really easily. I have a Conad metal scraper and I have a plastic one. My thing is, with Conad plates, because of the quality, I was able to use a flimsy scraper like this. When I use my cheaper plates like Bundle Monster or Red Angel, it seems like I can only get a good image if I scrape it with a metal scraper because it's just a clean scrape. The images are uneven and they're not the same depth, so a lot of the times when you use a flimsy scraper, it doesn't scrape it cleanly. So I personally have gotten over the fact that my plates are going to get scratched because it's not hurting the image because you're not digging into the image, you're just sweeping over it. So if you're OCD, you can try struggling with a plastic scraper, but I could give two craps and I'm just going to go ahead and use my metal because I feel like that works easier. This is plate A, the plate that I'm least impressed with. I'm going to try this image because it's feeling really flat and it looks really tiny. So it seems as if stamping with it would be pretty tough. Did I get it? So I'm going to try this out with Pure Ice Silver Mercedes that I know stamps really well. The colors that are on my nails, in case you're curious, I'm going to run down this one time. Dive Bar by Essie is on my thumb. On my index finger is Essie Turquoise and Caicos, 2 coats. On my middle finger is Velvet Voyeur by Essie. On my ring finger is one that I love, 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 Chinchilli. And a pinky is OPI Dulce de Leche. That actually looks really neat. Really impressed with the image quality. But as you can see, I pretty much picked up the whole image and it was still just enough to cover my nails. So for those counting on these being the plates that are huge enough for people with long nails, I wouldn't count on it. I think you'd still end up having to double stamp, especially when my nails grow out. I'm going to use my good old Conad black. That one was a little smeared. Come on. That didn't turn out so good. Intertwined designs like this usually don't pick up the easiest. Yeah, that looks like a bunch of mush. I smushed a little too hard. That image doesn't work so good. It's a good thing I don't like it. How do their lines do? Let's see how their lines do. Conad Special Blue. Oh wow, that looks really clear. That's stamped really well. It looks kind of sloppy, but mind you, I've taken polish off of this nail like 3 times already. That's stamped really well. People are talking about how cleanup's a pain, but it's not really if you just wipe it up. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, you have to wipe off your circle plates anyway. You still have to wipe off this. It's not like... As long as you're not... I can imagine it being a mess if when you scrape your image, you're scraping it and then carrying it all the way over here, but that's not necessary. If you just scrape it and stop right here, then stamp, you just have to clean up your little area. It's the same as a regular plate. Let's try one that looks kind of hard to stamp, like this person right here looks very hard to stamp. That picked up pretty good. What an ugly image though. It covers up too much of the color underneath. Unless you're stamping with a prettier color. I guess you could stamp with. If you're having trouble, maybe it's because you're not using a metal scraper. Metal scraper really makes the difference. But look at how big my thumb is, and it's short. It's not even grown out. So these images are still not big enough for us girls with long nails and long nail beds. I missed it by just a little bit. If I scooted it over, it would have just barely fit. The quality, the stamping quality is really great. Way better than Red Angel and Bunder Monster in my opinion. The stamping quality is really great. But as far as looking for plates that are extra large, these are definitely still not big enough. I wish my nails were long so that I could show y'all that it's just not good enough. I'm gonna stamp with China Glaze Admire from the Romantique collection. Looks alright. It shows all the holes and everything. Great stamp quality. Great, great, great. If only they had designs that I was really in love with. Now if Red Angel made quality plates flat like this, a little bit bigger, I'd be all over it. Stamp with High Tech. That quality is just great. I mean, really? See how crisp it is? It's just crazy. Conad. This is a purple. Look at how nicely that stamps. This quality is just so much better than the cheap plates I've been testing. And these are kind of cheap plates. Quality is great. For those that were kind of wondering if you needed an extra large stamper because these are extra large images, these images are still not even large enough to need that. These are definitely, they are bigger than Conad, Bunder Monster, and Red Angel, but they are not big enough to need an extra large stamper still because they're really actually not that big. Especially if you've got big nail beds like I do. Because I just picked up the whole image, well, except for the corners, with my stamper. That one might have been my fault because I'm stamping over. Quality's amazing. Can't say it enough. I'm impressed. That's part one. I'm gonna test plate E and plate D in a separate video.